Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did say Beam is gonna be pumping, in the next few weeks. And look at that. This is the old drawing, right? I don't remember this skadoodle, but I remember overall, I said, look, we created a higher high than this. We were over here. I said it's a great time to buy. Might retrace a little bit lower. Never did. Boom, broke structure again. Started to fly up. Guys, listen. This is important. This is important. If you want to maximize gains, you have to be buying coins when they're not pumping yet, okay? So when it looks a little bit scarier is when you should be taking the risk. Pretty much in these markets, you have to do everything in reverse, okay? That is the reality, okay? Because some coins, like XRP have pumped, and maybe someone just jumped in on the bandwagon and they made a little bit of gains and now it's selling off. But some people, maybe they went to Beam, for example, they got in somewhere here, roughly, let's say at 2 cents, a little bit more, and they're already up roughly 50% on their position, right? We can see. So you have to be buying coins when they are down, because the context of the market right now is that we're overall going to be going up. So anything that is down is technically buying the dip under the right context. Because when the altcoin season ends and you start buying the dip, then you're going to have very, very like small opportunities to make a little bit or break even. And overall, it's going to result in a loss if you hold long term. So guys, this is how you do it, right? Especially, respectfully, someone like me, I give you guys confirmation, right? I give you, say, something breaks out of structure. We can see, right? We can see these highs, right? See these highs, you see these bottoms. It broke structure. I said, look, man, we broke from a very big zone. We can see it's a very, very big zone. This is a great confirmation that Beam is going to go up. And I said the context of the market is overall going to go up. Great time to buy. That is when you take the risks. That is when you take the risks. And look, guys, it is still not too late for Beam Coin. Okay, it is still not too late. This coin is a fantastic project, currently sitting around 1.6 billion market cap, and I do believe this can go much higher. Now, Beam falls under gaming, and I believe it's going to be a very, very good narrative. Now, I don't think it's going to be the best, but I think it's going to be like an A rated narrative, you know, 8.5 out of 10, and it will have its cycle. As we know, Beam is going to be one of the top gaming coins because of what it allows. So, with that being said, what is next for Beam? Well, guys, overall, pretty much the next big thing is trying to go back to the all-time highs, roughly at 4.5 cents. Okay, roughly at 4.5 cents. Now, if you want to break it down to a smaller time frame where you could be buying, right? There are two nice areas you can be buying. We have this nice daily candle over here at roughly 2.7 cents. And then you have like this bigger area, this bigger support and resistance at 2.2 to 2.4. So if we get a bigger pullback, we could see it go to here before, like, consolidate before pumps again. But I'm not sure if it's going to pull back so heavy because Beam is moving at a very steady pace, and it would really surprise me if it dropped that much. The only way it does is if Bitcoin dominance starts destroying the market and altcoins start to bleed kind of heavily. That is when, you know, Beam might retrace that much, but it has to be under very specific context. Because once again, when we look at it, Beam was going sideways 4 months before it broke out. We could see over here at 2.1 cents that it already retested for roughly 3 weeks, and now it's pushing higher the last 2 weeks. So a big pullback, I don't know. I would be, that's a little optimistic at this point, but I do believe, even if you bought Beam now, it's still great. I still believe Beam can casually make 10x from here. Like casually. I think Beam is going to be one of the top gainers in terms of the gaming scene, right? If we go under gaming, right, Beam, as we know, it's not necessarily a game itself, but it allows people to build games. It allows games, to be played there and like etc. So That's what I'm saying. A Beam for me is going to be at least number two. IMX and Beam, some people debate. Some people debate their sleeper picks that are much lower, but overall, right? When we look at it, there's not many big winners in the gaming scene, right? Right now we have Sandbox on number two, and I believe Beam is much better than Sandbox. Beam is much better than Mana. We can see Beam is definitely better than Ape. I mean, Beam is better than most of these coins. Guarantee this is a top three minimum in the gaming space. Top three. So there is no debate that this is gonna pop off. So I still think you can get a casual 10x. The market cycle might be different for Beam. I will say, because Beam started to pop off near the end of November going to December. So Beam might be late. Beam might be late. So do not worry, okay? Do not worry if when altcoin season happens and Beam is kind of underperforming and there's many coins, let's say 60, 70, 80% of them are popping off at the same time. Beam might be delayed, which I know can be scary and I know it could be tricky, but that is something we might have to prepare for. Because like I said, when we look at the biggest gains, in general, after this retest and it's starting to pull off, it's really been at the end of November and early December where at one point pumped like 60%, right? So it might be delayed, and that's okay. We will adjust our plan for the Beam holder. So if you hold Beam, don't worry. We will help you out to potentially maximize profits. Remember, at the end of the day, guys, right? No matter how it pumps, right? What you overall want is to be buying, in a good price and then eventually selling in a good price, right? Even if it goes a little bit higher, even starts selling off. That is the main point because even if, let's say it goes from here to here, and this was the whole context of the market, you still made a 9x, right? Sure, in theory, you could have made 11.5x or 12x, but overall, just doing a good slash great job in terms of buying and selling will be much better than literally 95% of people because only 3 to 5% of people actually cash out and make money after each cycle, which is ridiculous, right? It is ridiculous. I mean, people are doing something wrong. So, yes, Beam is still great. I'll have a full breakdown video of Beam in the very near future, head to toes, you know, even below the toes, right under the feet. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what that's called, but we'll have a full breakdown before 2025 begins. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed. Right, like I said, I gave you small potential pullbacks once again to roughly it would be, mm, remember, 2.7, right? So 2.7 cents, and a bigger pullback to 2.3 cents. But it should not go further than that because at that point we're breaking structure. At that point, it is not looking so hot. Only way I could see it once again is if altcoins are really bleeding, but that would be very unorthodox because of the timing of the market. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Guys, I'll talk to you guys next time.